be seeing India get a new parliament on Sunday, and on that day, tradition is going to be playing an important part as well. Prime Minister Modi will be installing a historic emblem of authority near the Lok Sabha Speaker's chair in the new building. It's called the Sengol. It will play a sacred and significant part in this historical event. A relic of the past, rediscovered to mark the dawn of a new era, as the government put it. A symbol of transfer of power from the British to the Indians will now be a symbol of New India, a symbol of Atmanirbhar Bharat. It will also signify a special outreach to the people of Tamil Nadu. The Prime Minister, remember, has often invoked Tamil in his speeches, the language, the people, the culture. Wearing a veshti, many a times has spoken about his admiration for Tamil classics and for Tamil poets. He's invoked the language even today as he returned from Australia. So here's how this Chola dynasty relic actually made its way into the new parliament. This is how it will get the pride of place in the parliament in 3 days from now. The Prime Minister will be installing this emblem in the new parliament. The Sengol is going to be installed near the Lok Sabha Speaker's chair. The installation is expected to happen in the first 2 or 3 hours of the event on Sunday, on the 28th of May. It is going to be ceremoniously transported to the new parliament first. Adhinams or priests from mutts across Tamil Nadu will be present for this particular procession, for this particular installation. It is going to signify dawn of a new era in democratic history, as Union Home Minister Amit Shah also said just a few days ago. 10 out of the 117 members of the jewelers family that have made the replica, that have made this particular Sengol that is going to be put in the Lok Sabha, are going to be in attendance for this particular event. So why have we never heard of this piece of this heritage of this Sengol before? It is a relic of the past. It is a significant part of India's independent history. But why have we never read about it or studied about it in our history books? Well, here's how the Sengol was discovered or rediscovered just months before it is to be installed in the parliament. Now, it was presented to free India's first Prime Minister, Jawaharlal Nehru. It signified the transfer of power from the British to Indians in 1947. With seen an Adhinam, a mutt from Tamil Nadu, commissioned the Sengol to be given to the then Prime Minister in 1947. There were a team of 10 gold craftsmen that completed this Sengol in about 10 to 15 days before it was given to the then Prime Minister. After the transfer of power, the Sengol was forgotten. Nobody knew where it went. It was kept in the Allahabad Museum for years together without anyone from the jewelers family or anyone from these mutts knowing where they were. Thereafter, that sceptre was even mislabeled in the museum. It was called the golden walking stick that was gifted to Nehru. No one knew the significance of the Sengol at all. Now, in 2019, the family of jewelers that had crafted this particular piece, this relic, they began search efforts where exactly it was. They eventually realized that it could be tracked down to Allahabad, where it was there in the museum under a mislabeled name. In 2021, during the pandemic, this family made a video about the sceptre. It was then that it grabbed headlines. In 2022, that is last year, a renowned dancer wrote to the Prime Minister's office about this particular piece of heritage to locate it and to ensure that we do not lose it. The jewelers then approached by the centre to make a replica, which is what we are going to be seeing installed in the Parliament on this Sunday. We spoke exclusively to the descendants of the creator of the Sengol, listening to what they had to say about this piece of our culture and heritage that will now find its apt place in the Parliament.
Thank you very much, Mr. Amrinder Vimudi. And it's a big day for, I guess, for you. First of all, before I ask you about how you feel about it, can you just explain to our viewers the significance of Sengol and the history behind it?
Thank you for having me on your channel. I'm very happy to tell you that, as a part of the family, and it's a great moment for our family and for our country. And this Sengol has actually come from this part of the country, which is makes us even more proud. The significance of a Sengol is it's a rule of the land. So whoever is ruling over the land has the Sengol, and the significance is that a lot of people could come and go, but the Sengol always remains the same. It's just to remind the person who's actually ruling it. The previous person ruled it with justice and with the right ethics. You should also do it with the same way.
And what are the parts of the Sengol? Because I believe there's a Nandi there. I was just looking at one of the pictures. So if you could just explain to our viewers what are the different parts and what each of it signifies. And if you have an idea, I'm sure you do, how it was made, how many people were involved in making it, and when was it made?
The Nandi has totally 3 parts. The sceptre has 3 parts. The top part is the Nandi. The bottom part, which is it's a little bit more bulged, which has the Lakshmi G on it. And below that, it has a nice twining design to finish the rest of the bottom. The Nandi is for justice. You would have also seen people in a Shiva temple. You know, they'll go and tell their wishes to the Nandi, and the Nandi tells it to Shiva, and it comes true. So it's also a part of that. And below that, we have the Lakshmi Ji, just to show us prosperity.
What prompted you to write this letter, ma'am?
Well, way back, not too long ago, to be precise, 5/5/2021, dated Tughlaq Tamil magazine, had an article written by Sri Gurumurthy ji on the Sengol story. I was very moved with that, and I thought it should be publicized in the proper way, and it was too important in my mind. It was something to do with the very history of our independence. So I wrote a translation of the whole article with a covering letter requesting our Honorable Prime Minister to see if it can be part of 75th year of our independence celebration. That is what I wrote. Wanted this to be part of Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. But I didn't get any reply immediately. I mean, it is almost 1.5 years. But now I feel elated that it is more than just one celebration. It has come to a point when it will be permanently installed in the very temple of our democracy.
Absolutely.
So it will be standing there erect as a symbol of freedom, symbol of justice, symbol of ethical values for those who govern. So I feel so happy that something from Tamil Nadu went there, and it's a pride for every Indian and for every Tamilian now.
It's time for a quick break here on this edition, but on the other side, we're going to get you a controversy that's boiling over. Why is the big debate happening over Amul versus Arvind? That's coming up on the other side. Don't go anywhere.
मोदी जी का